Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. We all go through difficult moments, right? Struggling with challenges, facing hardships, and sometimes feeling like there's no way out. Life can feel overwhelming, and when things get tough, it's easy to feel like you're alone in it. But what if I told you there's a powerful tool that could change everything? A simple prayer, a dua, said in the quiet, peaceful moments before Fajr, the pre-dawn prayer, that holds the power to remove all hardships and bring Allah's mercy and blessings into your life. Imagine that, a practice so powerful, it could completely transform your situation. This isn't just a concept from ancient times or something mentioned in the books of old. No, this is happening right now in the lives of people around the world. People who, like you, were once facing impossible situations, but through the consistent practice of this dua, have seen real, tangible changes. They've witnessed miracles of relief, doors opening when they least expected it. So what's the secret? And how can you benefit from it too? Stay with me as we uncover this incredible spiritual practice that might just be the solution you've been looking for. Have you ever felt lost or burdened by life's challenges? Tell me in the comments if you're going through something tough right now, and let's share our experiences. You're not alone in this journey. Before starting this video, don't forget to like this video because it gives us a lot of strength to continue sharing beneficial content. And I invite you to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to stay informed of our next publications on the Islamic faith. Share it with your loved ones and leave a comment to tell me what you think. Thank you and good video. Establishing the significance of Fajr and Dua. In the stillness of the early hours, when the world around you is asleep and the air is calm, something incredible is happening. The time before Fajr, that precious few moments before the dawn breaks, is a time of divine mercy and spiritual closeness. It's a time when the doors of heaven are wide open and Allah's mercy is abundant. During this sacred time, when everyone else is asleep, you have the unique opportunity to connect with Allah in the quietest, most peaceful moment of the day. It's in these moments that your supplications, your prayers, your dua are heard most clearly. If you ask for something with sincerity during this time, not only is your request heard, but it is also answered. Allah promises us in the Quran that He is near, and He answers the calls of those who seek Him. The beauty of this time before Fajr is that it's an opportunity to lay your burdens before Allah, to express your deepest desires and pains, and to ask for relief from your difficulties. This is not just any dua. This is a moment of connection, a moment when Allah's mercy is closest. But there's a specific dua, said before Fajr, that has the power to not only bring you closer to Allah, but can remove all your hardships. Yes, you heard that right. Remove your hardships. It's a divine promise from Allah. And this promise is not just a theory or something from centuries ago. It's something that is happening right now in real life for people just like you. There's a beautiful story of a sister named Fatima from a small town who had been struggling with financial difficulties for years. She was burdened by debts, living paycheck to paycheck, and constantly worried about her future. One night, a close friend shared with her the power of making dua before Fajr. At first, Fatima was skeptical. How could a simple prayer change the struggles she was facing? But out of hope and desperation, she decided to give it a try. For weeks, she made this dua every night before Fajr, asking Allah for relief, for a way out of her financial burdens. She prayed with sincerity, trusting that her efforts and faith would not go unanswered. And then, something remarkable happened. Within a month, Fatima received a job offer, one she never expected. This job wasn't just any job. It paid well, had a great work-life balance, and most importantly, gave her the space to grow spiritually. It was as if the universe had shifted for her, all because she placed her trust in Allah and sought His mercy during the blessed time before Fajr. This is the power of making dua at Fajr. It's a time of mercy and blessings, a time when Allah is closest to His servants. And for Fatima, it was a moment that changed her life completely. Have you heard of the power of dua at Fajr before? Maybe you've experienced its effects in your life, or perhaps you're hearing about it for the first time. Share your thoughts or any experiences you have in the comments. Let's discuss how this blessed time can bring change into our lives. Explaining the dua. The dua we're talking about today is both simple and profound. It's the very dua that the Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, taught his followers for times of distress, a dua meant to bring peace, relief, and divine mercy during our most difficult moments. This prayer is said in 2 rakats before Fajr, making it not just a supplication, but a deeply spiritual act of worship. Why 2 rakats? The 2 rakats before Fajr represent gratitude and commitment. It's not just about asking for something. It's about demonstrating your devotion and sincere trust in Allah's power to change your situation. The act of praying in the stillness before dawn, when the world is asleep, shows a dedication that resonates deeply in the spiritual realm. It's a sign that you're taking your time, your energy, and your faith seriously, and you're offering it back to Allah in the most sacred moments of the day. One of the most powerful phrases in this dua is, Ya Allah, grant me ease and remove my hardships and allow your blessings to manifest in my life. In this simple yet profound plea, you're asking Allah to grant you ease in all aspects of your life, whether it's emotional, financial, or physical hardships, and remove the burdens that weigh you down. You're asking not just for relief, but for Allah's blessings to enter your life and for His mercy to surround you in your most difficult times. It's a prayer for everything you need in life: peace, ease, and divine intervention. The simplicity of the words doesn't take away from the strength of their meaning. What makes this dua so powerful is the sincerity and trust you put into it. It's not just about reciting the words, it's about feeling the weight of your burdens and knowing that Allah is there, ready to listen, ready to respond. Real story. Let me share a story with you about a brother named Ahmed who lived in a distant part of the world. Ahmed had been struggling for years. He had experienced personal loss, the death of a family member, and was facing severe financial difficulties. His life felt like it was crumbling, and he didn't know where to turn. One evening, feeling desperate, he remembered this dua and decided to make it a part of his routine, praying 2 rakats before Fajr every night. At first, nothing changed, but Ahmed persisted. Then, just days later, he received a call from a family member. This relative, who had been unaware of Ahmed's struggles, offered him financial assistance. This wasn't a loan, but a gift, an unexpected blessing that helped Ahmed clear his debts and start over. Within weeks, his situation began to improve in ways he hadn't even imagined possible. What changed? It wasn't just his circumstances, it was his faith and sincerity in turning to Allah in the quiet hours before dawn. By making the dua before Fajr, Ahmed found a direct connection between his prayers and his relief. Allah had removed his hardships and showered him with blessings. Would you be willing to try this dua tonight? It doesn't matter where you're starting from. If you're facing hardship, know that Allah is always ready to listen. Comment below and let us know your intentions. What do you hope Allah will remove from your life? Your journey of faith begins with one step, and tonight might be that step. Deepening the message, spiritual insights, and Quranic connection. In the Quran, Allah says, "And we have already created man, and we know what his soul whispers to him, and we are closer to him than his jugular vein." Quran 50:16. This verse is profound, reminding us that Allah's closeness to us is beyond our comprehension. He is so near that in our moments of desperation, distress, and need, He is there, listening and ready to respond. But what makes this connection even more powerful is the time before Fajr. The time when Allah descends to the lowest heaven, asking, "Is there anyone who is asking for my forgiveness, so I can forgive them? Is there anyone asking for my mercy, so I can show mercy to them?" Sahih Muslim. This special time, the last third of the night, is a time of abundant mercy. The world is silent, the hearts are still, and Allah's mercy is at its peak. It is in these moments before Fajr that Allah is closest to His servants, ready to answer their calls. This is the perfect moment for you to make your dua, whether it is for relief from hardship, a new opportunity, or even the healing of your heart. By performing the 2 rakats and making the dua before Fajr, you're not just following a simple ritual, you're placing your complete trust in Allah. You're acknowledging that only He can provide the ease you seek and remove the hardships you face. When you turn to Allah during this blessed time, you are in a space of spiritual intimacy, where your soul is vulnerable and open, and Allah's mercy is flowing abundantly. In these moments, your dua is not just heard, it's answered. As Allah says in the Quran, "Call upon me, I will respond to you." Quran 40:40-60. The connection between your faith, your sincerity, and the mercy of Allah during the pre-Fajr hours is powerful. This time isn't just a quiet moment. It's an opportunity to have your prayers elevated and your hardships removed. It is, in fact, the best time to ask for what you need, for forgiveness and for ease. There's a sister named Sarah who once didn't fully believe in the power of dua, especially at such a sacred time. She was going through an emotionally difficult period after a painful breakup. Her heart was heavy, and she didn't know how to heal. One day, she learned about the importance of dua before Fajr and decided to try it. Though initially skeptical, she began to make the 2 rakats consistently and pray for Allah's mercy, ease, and healing. Over time, something extraordinary happened. Not only did Sarah's emotional pain start to ease, but her connection with Allah grew stronger. She began to experience a shift in her life. Things that seemed impossible or blocked began to open up. Opportunities she never expected started to come her way. But most importantly, her faith grew deeper. She realized that the peace she had been seeking for so long wasn't just found in external circumstances. It was found in the connection she built with Allah in those moments of stillness before dawn. The power of making dua before Fajr had transformed her life, not just by removing her pain, but by strengthening her heart and her trust in Allah. What do you think about the connection between the Quran and this powerful time for prayer? Do you believe that this special time before Fajr is a moment of divine mercy? Have you ever experienced the effects of dua before Fajr in your own life? Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Your story could inspire someone else to turn to Allah during these blessed moments. The power of consistency and patience. While the power of this dua is real, it requires something even more important: consistency. It's not just about saying the words, it's about believing in them with all your heart and placing your full trust in Allah's will. The challenges you face, the hardships that seem unending, might not disappear overnight. But remember, Allah promises ease after hardship. As He says in the Quran, "For indeed, with hardship will be ease." Quran 94:6. This promise isn't a fleeting reassurance. It's a reminder that no matter how hard things may get, Allah's mercy and ease are always just beyond the struggle. Your perseverance in making this dua night after night is not just about asking for something. It's about growing closer to Allah.
about strengthening your connection with Him and showing your reliance on His plan for you. In times of difficulty, it's your consistency in turning to Allah that makes all the difference. When you remain patient and consistent in your dua, even when you don't see immediate results, you are exercising your trust in Allah's perfect timing. Remember, everything happens according to His wisdom and timing, and your persistence in seeking His help will never go unnoticed. Allah sees your efforts, and every time you turn to Him, you're not just changing your situation, you're growing spiritually. Real story. Let me tell you the story of a man named Ibrahim. Ibrahim had been suffering from serious health issues for years. Doctors couldn't find a permanent solution, and his condition seemed to worsen with time. One day, he heard about the power of the dua before Fajr and decided to start practicing it. Each night, he would wake up early, perform the 2 rakats, and make the dua with hope for relief, even though he didn't see any immediate changes. Weeks passed, and Ibrahim's health remained the same. At times, he felt discouraged, wondering if this prayer would really help. But Ibrahim didn't lose faith. He kept praying with sincerity, asking Allah for healing, trusting that Allah's mercy was always available. He continued his routine, committed to his faith and the promise of ease after hardship. Then, 3 months into his practice, Ibrahim went for a routine doctor's checkup. To everyone's surprise, his condition had improved significantly, his symptoms had decreased, and his health was much better than before. This wasn't just a medical improvement. It was a testament to Ibrahim's unwavering faith and his patience in seeking Allah's help. Ibrahim's story is a beautiful reminder that even when we don't see immediate results, our prayers and our efforts are always heard by Allah, and in His perfect timing, He brings ease and relief. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't change quickly, but remember, Allah knows what's best for us, and His timing is always perfect. Share in the comments if you're committing to consistency in your faith, and let's support one another in this journey. Together, we can encourage each other to stay patient and persistent in our prayers.